What's up, y'all, man? I'm at the house. Ooh, I'm trying to give y'all some content, but man, I'm out here chasing goats and cows, and yeah, y'all go check out Cow Cabin, man. We got a lot going on over there. Got a freeze down here in Florida. It's a little different. It's a little different. But I want to address some of the comments. Some people saying it's not right for Shedeur or Shilo, Dion's and the Sons to miss the meeting because they're getting special privileges or whatever. Y'all gotta understand, football is changing. And you gotta understand, it was an old rule a long time ago. I think it was Bill Parcells or somebody said this, like, it's certain people, if they're not on the bus is not leaving. But if some people, if you on the bus and some other people are not on the bus is leaving. Prime example, I think Bill Parcells, he said this one time. He said, hey, he said, we got like 2 guys missing. It was time for the bus to go because they had to get to the airport. They said, Lawrence Taylor back there? He said, yeah, Lawrence, he on. Hey, let's go then. Let's go. Like, y'all got to understand, Bill Parcells, I had a conversation with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick said, man, Lawrence is showing up to the meetings late, and he said, well, what did you do? He said, I started the meeting and I locked the door. He said, what you did? What? He said, man, you should have started the meeting later. Now, I'm not saying you should just break all the rules for top players. I'm not saying that. Because top players, they different, y'all. They're a little different. And what I mean by that is they're going to get a different kind of attention. Some of them, elevator don't go all the way to the top. You got, some of them are very sensitive. Some of them are not sensitive. So you got to learn how to, whatever kind of player you have, you got to learn how to tap into that guy. And prime example, you see right now with Bill Belichick. Tom Brady left. Tom Brady, people said we played for Tom and we like tolerated Bill or something. Something they said. Like people, when the Patriots, they played for Tom Brady. When Tom Brady left, the Patriots have not had no seasons where they made it to the Super Bowl since Tom Brady left. Tom Brady went to Tampa and won the Super Bowl. The next year, he had them deep in the playoffs again. So Tom Brady knew how to talk to different people. He didn't treat everybody the same. You got some men that treat everybody the same. I'm not making excuses for Coach Sanders' kids. But when you have a top player, they got to go to Heisman press conferences. They got to do different stuff. A lot of people request for them to come to this, come to that. And it's wear and tear on your body. Sometimes you got to give them a break. You saw what started happening with LeBron. LeBron started taking games off. Kawhi Leonard started taking games off. Popovich understood, look, I got to rest some of my players. He was resting some of his players so they could last throughout the playoffs. When you're making the deep runs in the playoffs, you're playing more games than everybody else. So actually, these good players are doing more. These good players are requested more. They got to do more press conferences. When they make it far in the playoffs, they playing more games, more practices. It's more wear and tear on their brain, mental, on their body, and they can't be with their family as much. So y'all gotta think about when y'all start saying all this stuff about, oh, they gotta be here. You know how much stuff these people miss out on trying to be a part of the team? They miss out on so much stuff. And everybody's not gonna win the Super Bowl. Everybody's not gonna win the championship. There's only one team gonna win. So you're trying to tell me all these kids got to miss out on life to try to win a game where only one team will win. I remember when we was in high school, when we lost the state championship game, my coach started yelling out, we're number 2, we're number 2, we're number 2, we're number 2. And now we like, everybody was kind of looking at him like, what? He was like, it don't feel good, does it? It don't feel good. So think about what we're doing to these people, like these kids. We're saying you got to give it your all. If you give it everything you got, you make it to the championship game and you fall short. Like the Tennessee Titans fell short by that half of an inch or whatever. you fall short, you're a failure. All of that was for nothing. You had to miss out on all these people's birthdays and kids getting born and all kind of stuff to be here. And now if you fall short, if you don't win it all, you're nothing. Just think about what we telling these kids, y'all. Just think about it. If you look at the big picture, they can't even celebrate. They can't even enjoy their life. Y'all want them to be robots and not enjoy their life. And then y'all wonder why these kids do some of the stuff they do. It's kind of like how Michael Jackson could never have a normal life because he was always on the go, always doing business, he could never have a normal life. So is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair to the kid? No, it's not. But when these kids have to do all these different things and they have to miss a practice or to miss something, now, oh, that's not fair to the team. Well, none of this is fair. You know, I want y'all to understand this. And if you don't listen to nothing I say, hear this right here. On the back of the helmet, it says, you can die playing this game. These kids are putting their life on the line for a game. And y'all mad because they missed a meeting? Like Allen Iverson said, practice? We talking about practice? Talking about practice? Now we talking about meetings now. And my man is still making headlines. He's still doing stuff. He still has a life outside of football. He broke so many records. So he's still performing on a high level. But now you mad because him playing on the high level gets him into different doors and you don't want him to explore his options. You want him to be stuck. You want him to do more than everybody else, but then you want him to be held to the same standard as everybody else. But when you're putting in work, you got to do more than everybody else. So let's hold him to the same standard all the time. When Shedeur is doing all this extra practicing and working out with Tom Brady and working out with his quarterback coach, no, don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. None of that extra. Just do what everybody else do. That don't sound right, does it? So I understand some of these people are trolling, but this is a chance I can use to show people how hard it is for these athletes. Some kids flunk out of college because they just can't keep up in college. These kids got to do this schedule, go out of town. They playing on the road. They missing days. They missing. It's so much. They flying here and there, body beat up, and you still got to pass your classes. And now they got a chance to go somewhere and go to Paris where a lot of people have never been. Like now they took me to the Louis. I got to see the Louis and all this kind of stuff and how they was walking down on the. I got to see that now. Because they went. I'm old man, living through these little young kids. All of us are. But now we want to get mad because they missed a meeting. And from what I'm hearing, some people saying they was actually at the meeting. Like the Louis stuff was done prior to. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not watching all this content. I'm just going by what people are saying. I just want y'all to realize these kids are under a lot of pressure. When they get to have fun, let them have fun. Only one person can win. And Colorado team is not stacked to win the championship right now. They stacked to win a lot of games, but they don't have the same kind of talent that Michigan has and Ohio State and LSU and Texas and Georgia and Alabama, Florida State. Man, they don't have that same talent. So for them to win the championship, it would be a miracle. It's a miracle. It's like stupid. The odds are crazy. If you bet $1 and they win the championship, you'll be a millionaire. Like, let these dudes enjoy their life, man. They living in a new space. Let's just enjoy the ride, y'all. Let's enjoy this ride.